Hi there, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk about my particular bike lights of choice, which have been my bike lights of choice since they first come onto the market, which is the C-Sense Smart Bike Lights. So there's various options that C-Sense do, but they're fantastic lights, fantastic functionality, along with an app that you download to your smartphone. You don't have to use the app to activate the lights. They've both got just general buttons that you can activate the lights from, but if you want to use the full functionality, then basically you just download the app, and it's very easy. Some fantastic features on the lights, so let's have a little look at some of the features. So my particular light or front light of choice from C-Sense is the Ace front light, which is 150 lumens. So fantastic little light, obviously operated there. You can set the Bluetooth activated, so you know, for the phone app, or you can just use the button on the front. So the functionality of the light itself, simple, just activate via the app on the phone, and then you've got various modes from flash to twin to burst to pulse. I tend to leave it on flash, to be honest, and this will last around about 15 hours. So a really good all-round light. Doesn't take too long to charge up. Also, it responds to the road conditions by flashing brighter and faster, and obviously as you brake as well, if you brake, then it will start to flash brighter and faster as well. It's got a crash alert system in there, which is really clever technology. So you can program a phone number into the app itself, and then if you was to fall or the bike was to stop suddenly, then it would automatically text that number, which is another clever feature if you're out riding alone. It's something you may want to think about. It's also got a theft alert as well, so it activates then if it feels movement within the bike. If you set the theft alarm, if you're inside a cafe maybe having a coffee, then it will tell you that your bike's being moved. So it's another clever feature. Daylight visible LEDs as well, which is paramount. I mean, I use these as much during the daylight as I do during the dusk or night time. And it's water sealed as well. It's got an IP67 rating, which goes across the board for all C-Sense lights. So a fantastic all-round light. I'm not sponsored by C-Sense, but they're such good lights. You know, it's good to do a review and to share the information out there. Fantastic lights, various mounting options and brackets and bands that you can get that will fit your bars. And to be honest, once you probably buy one of these, you won't look back. Well worth the outlay. So that's the C-Sense Ace front light. So I think on its own they're around about £45. If you buy them as a pair, i.e. the C-Sense front and back together, about £80. And I think the back light is about 125 lumens, with the front light being a 150. Okay, that's the C-Sense Ace. You're putting me in. So my rear light of choice is the original Icon. So this fantastic light, this has been superseded now with the Icon 2. However, this is still a great light. This runs with about 2 times 95 lumen LEDs, one either side. 190 in total. I believe the Icon 2 is around about 300 now for the rear. So fantastic, fantastic light. Once again activated via the button on the front, or indeed via the Bluetooth feature. So again, using your phone app, if you decide to activate it via that and use some of the features, you've got various functions that you can activate. So whether you choose to do the flash or the burst or the pulse or constant, various options obviously on the light. So that's the Icon rear. Basically you've got a rubber mount here that protects the USB underneath, which mounts to your seat belt post, or indeed there's an aero mount as well that will also mount to a seat post, and the strong band that clips around. Again, it's IP67 rating, as is all of the C-Sense lights. I've never had a problem with any water basically penetrating the light itself, and they've all activated fine for me. This will last about 15 hours. So yeah, another great light, and that is the C-Sense Icon Rear. So, should you buy C-Sense lights? Well, absolutely. From my perspective, if you're in the market for some excellent lights with great functionality, a lot of smart features, brilliant in the daylight, which is really important, with a focused dispersed beam, so they will catch the eyes of many drivers or other road users at any time of the day, then absolutely. I'm still amazed at the amount of people that are cycling without any kind of daylights. It's so important to have lights on during the day. You know, doesn't matter if it's bright sunshine. At some stage you'll go under a bridge, or you'll go over somewhere that's tree lined, where it creates shadows and darkness. A car or vehicle that's approaching you from the rear potentially won't see you, and then there's always a potential for some type of collision where you're always going to come off a lot worse than the vehicle. So think on that. You know, I see a lot of, you know, seemingly well experienced cyclists out there, and none of them that seem to be using the daylights. It's very sporadic. So I would emphasize that. So important. So on my adventures, I've got them on all the time during the daylight. If I'm just on a general training ride, if I'm just popping down the road, the daylights are on. So think on that. Fantastic lights. C-Sense, check them out on the web. You won't go far wrong. So all the best, take care, safe cycling.